Right, welcome back to another League Race. This time we're back with FTRL week number 8, I believe. This is at Road Atlanta for a Super Formula special week. So this is qualifying. So F1 style qualifying returns like we had in Watkins Glen. So 3 sessions, and yeah, the idea is to get through to this third session to have a shot for a pole position. Pace was okay around here. I found it difficult to really push flat. There's a couple of places, well, you'll see in a bit the difficulty some of this track is. That curb on that, I think it's a turn 3. That curb there is a rough one for starters. Don't want to take too much of that. And you're approaching it with such speed. This, I think, is Q3. So we got through flat out up the hill. And yeah, you see, that happens when you take too much curb there. The car launches and you go for a little bit of a spin. So, and then my second attempt in Q3 then, the other problem with this circuit, or the challenging area, you have to hook that one right without getting too far off and getting a penalty on the outside. So sadly, that did not go to plan. And as a result, we'll be starting P8, which is disappointing because I really thought we had some good qualifying pace. But sadly, couldn't really translate it into a good grid slot. But anyways, though, for P8, we'll see what we can do. And yeah, we'll go from here. Tough one, though. Like, my confidence is a bit shaken a bit, so I might be missing some raw pace just on that side of things, just those particular, less so through turn 3 and more so that left kink onto that straight. But here we go. So we're already away, and yeah, dirty out through here. Just have to be really, really careful. And there's a couple of cars getting close to getting off the track. We lose a position then to unsafe, but I'd rather adhere on the side of caution. Oh dear, there's a car that's on the inside that's kind of pushed me onto the grass. That was Aaron, and yeah, so like, oh, okay, that's okay, I guess. So, anyways, we moved, so we've lost a few positions then already down into P11. So, game one back though, we get back through. Oh, I think that was Sean. So, anyways, yeah, this is a tough old track. This part of the track isn't too bad. I'm still having a little bit of throttle issues. Oh gosh, words are hard. There's a multi-car kerfuffle. That's what I was trying to say. In front, so I was going to nudge Pagani along. Just a bit of a slip just to get him in front of this little gaggle. He's out of place as well. So see what we can do. Taking to the grass as well. Again, using a little bit of overtake. There's a car on the left. Leave a space on the inside. And then I need to space. Oh dear, I've hit into him. Oh, sorry, Lee. And we moved up and into P9, where then Lee's going to come back at us heading down the straight. I thought, if I didn't want to use overtake though, because I wasn't sure how much I would close an unsafe release, so I'm going to leave a space on the inside. We do that, but we're kind of clobbered into and off the track, and we lose a few positions there, and that's tough. That was difficult. I thought perhaps he would have seen that he was a fall for that and come back, but he didn't. So yeah, that was tough. We're in a bad position where we shouldn't be, really, to be honest. Being at the back, we've got a lot more pace than this. Lap number 3 then, as there's a kerfuffle between that's unsafe, and that's Carl. So yeah, but like in my mind, I should be ahead of this, and then that frustration only grows. I'm caught up under the dirty air here, and then you can see how the downforce just washes away completely, and then we end up off the track. So yeah, we've lost a lot of time in this first stint now, and that's tough. I feel like we've been bullied a bit in some regards between lap 1 and also, obviously beginning of lap 2. So, and now we're caught in places we shouldn't be in now, losing time in situations we shouldn't be in. But lap 4 then, we're going to try and make some of this back then, just have to be nice and patient now. It's squeaky pedal McGee. So yeah, we'll get by Carl here, and then we'll see what we can do from there. But yeah, strategy wise, you need to get around, extend to try and get to 12 laps, make this a 2-stop, and yeah, so you got to do some fuel saving to make that happen, because the pit lane here is just far too long to be wasting around trying to do a 3-stop on this occasion. So yeah, some cases it has been quicker to do the 3-stop, but this time is not one of them. We get a chance to get a move done on unsafe release, so we're going to take that if we can. Move up into 10th place then, try and make some inroads. Johnny John this week has bolted away on the medium, so he's trying to make a break for it. That's why the gap for a little bit more extended than it would normally be. Lap 12 then, we were catching up to Aaron on this one, towards the end of this one, and nice and easy into this braking, into this pit lane, because I've seen people crash into the pit lane like that, and they get reset onto the start-finish straight. So that is bad news bears all around. So we didn't want to have that issue. So anyways, fill the tank and we go again. Aaron, I think, is coming out on mediums. We're going to come out on hards again. Worth changing. Oh, there's also a few other people on mediums as well. So we're going to try and make this work as best we can. I don't know what situation that the game allowed me to end up behind on safe release after that. That was a strange one. So yeah, exactly. How does that happen? I have no idea. That was a little unfair game. A bit rude. Anyways, we'll try and make that back as if we can. Gonna take a bit though. To be honest, it literally took me 15, 16 to 18 laps to find my confidence properly with this track and to try and, and I say with this track, it's more so to get that, with the wind the way it was just trying to find confidence to get up into the first braking zone and then coming onto that front straight then. So it took me a while to find the confidence to get into these things. But anyways, we're going to make a move then on unsafe release for good this time. And make that move there. And he tries to fight it through the corner. And then what happened with him was the same thing that happened with me behind. I think it was Unsafer and Dusty earlier on. Was just you lose all downforce behind someone's wing at high speed. And just understeers, clear off. We again get close to Aaron at the end of this stint. The key difference this time is that we've got to go on to mediums, whereas he is going to be on the hards to finish here. Again, nice and easy into this pit lane. And so mediums then to finish then, and we'll see what happens. The pace has been pretty decent. It's once we've got comfortable. It just took too long to get comfortable, and the start just really put me out of touch really for places I think I should have been fighting for. I could have easily been fighting for a top 5 or so, and it just didn't quite work out. On this outlap then, lap 25, I have the better tyre, so I want to try and get by Aaron as soon as I can. So we still have a lot of overtake to dump, so I'm just going to do it now. Because again, we're going to have to be saving fuel regardless towards this stint anyways to get to 12 laps. So, there's only so much you can really use of your overtake without digging into the fuel too much. So it's a difficult one to spread. But we get that move done. Move up into P number 9 then. We're about 3 seconds behind Lee. So we're going to try and get into that. Pagani then is kind of dropping back a bit. We've got a penalty, I think, for the first time in this one. Pagani jumps out of my way. It's like, oh shit, like a typical, I've got a penalty and we've got to serve it. So yeah, you can see the gap has come down to Lee. It's lap 31 though, and this penalty isn't going to help matters. And after that, I had some fuel to save. I was pushing, and I just had to save fuel in the end. So Pagani's going to give us a nudge along. So he's not going to overtake, which is good. But difficult one. This one, the start really kind of dictated this one, and I lost too much time to really make back to the top 5. But it's a decent recovery drive again. Sadly, just hasn't been too many of these where making the best out of a bad situation, so to speak, for one reason or another. But anyways, there we go. Then P7, tough work out there. That was tough work. They call this mini Le Mans. I'm not quite sure I see it, but. Yeah, tough work out there. Enjoyable track to do once you get in the groove, especially in these cars. Turn 1's a lot of fun to climb up through turn 1, flat. But difficult one to really nail. And that was a tough one. So Zach won that one in the end. Fair play to Zach. That was an excellent drive from him, reserving in GT1. So there we go. And not too much else to say. I did end up reporting Lee for that accident, and he was given a penalty for it in the end. So we actually ended up finishing 6th at the end. So the reason I reported it, just I mean you'll see it here. If he'd waited for me afterwards, I probably wouldn't have reported it. But it kind of screwed me and put me in a pretty bad place recovering, and then obviously I was in a couple of difficult situations. So that was the only reason for it. It was just the knock-on effect that I had as well as the move itself. So I did leave space, and thought I got hip checked a bit there. So then this will happen with unsafe. Then kind of similar again, kind of just tucked up behind, and you lose all downforce there, and you just end up in a wall, and that's a difficult one. But anyways, here's the standings then. So we still are in the top 7. Then we are 92 points after last week's foibles in Fuji, so that was a difficult one, but decent job to make what we can out of that. You see, good week for Will and such. But P3 is still up for grabs, and so it's always in that 3rd to 7th, 8th range is always a bit of a madness, and that's how we ended up again in this situation. So there's the standings then. Again, very close between Ridgeline and Ferrari. I feel like I'm trying to think if they're all the same standings, but. If it is the same standings the entire time, then look, that's basically the margin it's been for most of the races. It's about 20 to 30 points, excuse me, in Ferrari's favour. But yeah, that's going to do it for this week's edition of GT1, week number 8 at Road Atlanta. Next up is Suzuka, and this is our designated West week. So yeah, should be fun. Thanks for watching, and until next time.